in love with the chicken, he said. Which brings up an interesting question to me when I heard, okay, so this is a video that, what's his name? One Fame Monster mentioned in one of his videos. And he mentioned the fact that the guy, this is like in some area, like in another country or whatever, and this guy had sex with chickens, and it's according to the video, it's like a trend in this place because chickens are easy sexual targets because they will never consent, nor will they ever deny you beyond plucking up and down your head. So anyway, it got me to thinking, although I've sort of answered where this video is going in the beginning of the video. But I was thinking, well, one of the things that he was saying, the boy said, and I didn't watch the video, so I guess it's silly of me to do a video on it. Wait, I think I did no, I didn't watch the video of the guy with the chicken. I watched his review of it, and one of the things he said while he was watching the video, the live video, response to while you see it happening, was the guy who was doing it said he loved the chicken. And it had me think about that, and this is going to sound crazy considering that I'm a same-gender loving individual, but it had me thinking about that in relation to same-gender loving people and the fact that people on the far, far right wing, same-gender loving people like myself, that people on the far, far right wing will say things like, well, if we allow same-gender marriage, well, they wouldn't say it like, if we allow gay marriage, then next thing you know, they're going to want to have marriage to a chicken. And you can't have marriage to a chicken with the big eyes and everything just like that. I did a good job, didn't I? Thanks. I did a good impersonation. Anyway, so, but my thinking on that was, wow, this guy is saying that he's in love with a chicken. So what's the difference between, and I'm going to answer this, so for people who are watching it like, I'll tell you what the difference is, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get to that. But I was like, so this guy said that he's in love with a chicken. So what's the difference between that and somebody saying that they're in love with a person of the same gender? So maybe that is the next logical step, and maybe there are people who would go out there and want to have sexual intercourse with chicken, just like I watched this male security guard run up the street to the elevator, and I was like, I'd love to have sex with him. No, I'm kidding. He might have been fine though, but I don't know. I didn't see his face that well, and I care about face. That's big to me. You have to look cute. Anyway, I'm kidding. I'm not like that, but that's a whole nother video, so just forget I even said it because I'm not going to edit this. So I was thinking, well, what about that in relation to the chicken? Maybe that is the next step. Maybe people, after finally being able to have gay marriage and allowing it everywhere, gay people are going, the next step is going to be people are like him saying, I'm in love with this chicken, and this chicken I thee do wed. And I said to myself, well, what's the difference? Maybe that is an issue. But then I thought about it a little more. And the difference between gay marriage or same-gender loving marriage and chicken marriage is in same-gender loving human being marriage, the human beings, are consensual. Like, they have the brain power to make this decision that they want this. They have the brain power to follow this emotion and this attraction to make this decision to wed a person of the same gender. A chicken will have no idea, period. And I'll take it even farther. People might get really close to their pets, but a pet won't know that it's engaging in marriage. Your dog wouldn't know that. So that's not the next logical step. The dog would just be like, oh, it's another day, I guess. And for whatever reason, he's brought me into this courthouse to do something, and he gave me some treats along the way, so great. The dog is not going to be like, this is my wedding day, I'm so excited about it, So that's the difference. Right there. A chicken, an animal, an oxen cannot be, oxen is plural, whatever. An ox cannot be consenting. An ox is not a consenting adult. So that's the difference as far as the whole sexuality deal is concerned. And I think that's it. Oh my gosh, is this going to be... I feel like there's something else I wanted to mention, but 5 minutes ain't bad for a video, considering how long some of these other videos are. Consenting sex between adults versus consensual sex between a man and a chicken. So yeah, that's the difference. Consenting adults are consenting adults, and a consenting adult with a chicken that runs on, what's the word? Crap. Instinct is not the same as two consenting adults. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, so I heard this guy say this one thing, and it makes a lot of sense. And I really agree with it. His name is Tony Campolo, and he was talking about same-gender loving relationships and same-gender loving marriage. I keep doing the I thing. Anyway, talking about same-gender loving marriage or gay marriage. And he's a Christian, and he is what people in the gay Christian world would refer to as side B, and that he believes that people who are gay do not have to try to change their sexuality, but people who are gay should not engage in sexual activity. Interesting perspective, and it's good to be open-minded to people and their opinions, but that's the perspective that he comes from. However, his wife, Peggy Campolo, is completely side A, which believes not only are same-gender loving relationships, I mean, not only is it okay to be same-gender loving and not have to go to like an ex-gay camp or anything to try to convert yourself, which is impossible, as studies have shown. I mean, nothing's impossible. I'm not going to say that, but it's not reasonable. It's not logical. It has not happened according to studies. But anyway, that's another story. But, oh crap! Trust me, it's another story because I could go into it, but I'm not going to make this like another 20-minute video. So yeah. She is on the side of people should be able to not only be in gay and not have to try to change, but they can also be in gay relationships, and she believes in gay marriage and that the Bible is not against gay marriage. Again, that's another huge video. So one thing that he said, which is such a smart point to me, is he was saying that government should change marriage for everybody, not just make gays able to get gay married, but just change marriage, period, and take the first step of marriage, the part that people are fighting on the government end, take that to the government and make it so what's considered marriage or the rights of being married are handled by the government. And then for those who want to actually get married, they can take the second step and get married at a church and have all of that stuff. And for the gays, they can go to churches that affirm that. And for the churches that don't want to affirm that, they don't have to. Although that's the way it is now, because just because the government says gay people can get married doesn't mean that the government said every single church now has to honor gay marriage, or has to marry gay people. That's not the case, but people sort of act like that. But anyway, so then give all of the rights. So it's not a civil union. It's a marriage by the state, and have that performed on the government level, and then have the next part for everybody performed in the church. And you can go to your respective church, whatever church will honor that position that you want to be it a same gender loving marriage or an opposite gender loving marriage, then the church is the second part. But all the rights and things like being able to see your significant other if they're in the intensive care unit and stuff like that, get that on the government level. Then do the rest of the other stuff, the spiritual stuff, on the church level, because he was also saying it was pretty strange, and I think this is a really interesting point. He's like, when you get your marriage license, at the end of every wedding, you have to say something along the lines of, by the power vested in me and the state of Georgia, you know, and that's like bringing the government into the church, you know, by the power vested in me and the state of Georgia, or in his case, I think it's in like New Jersey. So by the power vested in me and the state of New Jersey, or through the state of whatever, you know, like have that government part done on the government level. Do the next part on the church level. And I think that would work, you know. I agree with him on that position, you know, and that way, again, I don't need to repeat that. So, yeah, I think that's a really good point that he made, and I think that's a really good point to end the video with. Oh, it's 10 minutes. Yay! Talk to y'all later. Peace. Be blessed.